Thank you for tuning in to a Free for All Friday. This is Dot Frank with the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association. Excited to be back on air with some exciting news. We are approaching the time of home show season. Now, I know home show season never ends. It might when you are a builder in town and you take a look at the weather on certain days during the middle of winter, but home show season is year-round for us. We've got a committed group of volunteers who work tirelessly to put this event on to make sure that it is an excellent opportunity for both homeowners, those who are aspiring to own a home, maybe those who rent, who want some home decor inspiration, to come out and enjoy their time at the Bismarck Event Center.
Those who want to remodel.
Or remodel, absolutely. And we're going to talk about remodeling because I've got a friend who's sitting across from me. His name is Lauren Tollefson. He's a financial services representative and branch manager for Capital Credit Union. And when it comes to remodeling, he's the money man. Good morning, Lauren. You're the money man, right?
Yes, I guess. Yeah.
He is the money man. So let's get started by talking about this home show. Randy is the chairman of the 2016 BMHBA Home Show, which will take place in just a few weeks. Tell us when it starts.
It starts on Friday, February 19th from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. And Saturday, our hours are from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we're going to have a great day on Friday. Friday is again sponsored by Capital Credit Union for Free Friday. And we have some exciting news that you're going to hear about now about Saturday's show.
So, drum roll, Lauren, what's happening Saturday thanks to Capital Credit Union?
We're actually running a $50,000 Saturday sponsoring a prize vault game where someone could win up to $50,000, of course. If they guess the correct 6-digit code, we'll have a kind of a game there where you can actually come and punch in a code into a keypad. So that's Saturday. Yes.
Excellent. So it's free on Friday. So
Yep,
come Friday, and then come back on Saturday, so you have a chance at winning $50K. $50K, Randy.
Yeah, $50,000 it goes a long ways towards remodeling or starting a project.
I'm thinking kitchen, bath, completely remodels, right? If we're
Yeah.
on HGTV, maybe we could get a whole house because their prices are pretty interesting.
Yes.
Maybe without the labor.
Without
But
the
that's
labor,
exciting.
yeah.
So, always trying to find ways to make the show exciting for those folks who are coming new, a first time, but then those who come back year after year. We like to shake things up just so that it's a new experience. And one thing that's really fun about home shows, and we have the luxury when it comes to exhibits that some different shows don't have, and that's the ever-changing trends and tastes and techniques that you see in the industry. So a home show is always new by nature. Your paint colors change. What's happening with siding, those opportunities change. With increased technology in homes, you've got new things to take a peek at. So, Randy, if you do us a favor, can you walk a listener down the aisles of the home show? What can they expect to see when they come in the doors and browse our exhibits?
What you'll see is just about anything and everything that you can put into a home, put on a home. We have everything from builders, realtors. We have heating and cooling. We're going to have people that build trusses. We've just a whole lot of interesting booths, and everybody has a lot of good products on display. And that's what it's all about, is seeing what's new and seeing who's building something that's different. And that's what's so much fun about the home show, and all the exhibitors and what they're doing.
So speaking of exhibitors, our sponsor is also an exhibitor. So Capital Credit Union will have the Prize Vault 6-digit code, chance to win $50,000. And your odds just increased, listeners, because I cannot play. That's one of those technicalities of being involved in the event. So make sure that you get to the show and you take a turn for me. And if you feel like sharing, I will gladly accept a portion of the $50K proceeds. But when they come to your booth, there's more to expect than just the $50K cash vault. What are your plans and how are things lining up for your booth?
Yes, what we're going to be doing is we're going to give away prizes every 10 minutes. Of course, that's on Friday and Saturday. I think just Friday, I'm sorry. So just Friday, we're going to give away prizes every 10 minutes. Of course, you can come up and we're going to have financial staff there. We're going to have the mortgage department there, and just talk about getting pre-qualified for maybe a first mortgage or home equities.
Yay.
Yeah.
So lots of opportunities to win, not just the big prize on Saturday, but throughout the day. And like Capital Credit Union, we've got a lot of exhibitors that offer some neat trinkets and add specialty items at their booth. If you need to pick up some pizza cutters, some ice scrapers, we've seen flashlights there.
Lots of pens.
Lots of pens and, perhaps a dish of candy on occasion.
Oh, yeah. There's candy. Lots of candy.
So when it comes to the exhibit, we're excited to share all the news for spectators. But what about exhibitors? Randy, how much space do we have left?
We have a total of 421 spaces. And right now at this time, we only have 12 spaces left. Any exhibitor that's interested in getting a space, it'd be best to get a hold of Dot and Terry at the Bismarck Home Builders as soon as possible to reserve your space, because it's well worth the money, and it brings... Last year we had over 7,000 people come through the show, and we're looking to have more than that this year. So we're looking for you to come, and welcome.
If it says anything, is the consistency of our exhibitors. We've got people that have come to the show every year we've hosted it. And, they're coming back for a reason. I think it's access to potential customers and clients. I mean, when you've got over 7,000 people that you can make an impression upon over the course of 2 days, it's tough to beat that when it comes to traditional advertising. Yes,
it is. It would cost you a lot of money to have that many people come through that you can meet face to face. And I know from my experience of having a booth there for 16 years or more, it's a great time. It's great to meet everybody, and it's great to show them what we can offer. So, we like to treat the spectators well. Free Friday is one way. It's a gift courtesy of Capital Credit Union to all the folks that come out to our shows. Saturday's $50K giveaway is another great opportunity that we extend to spectators. But the committee also takes really good care of the exhibitors. Last year, we started something new. It was called the VIP room. Do you want to talk about that to potential exhibitors out there? We can, jazz it up a bit after the break, talking about what that VIP room is. You're sticking with us. Jim is taking us to break on Super Talk 1270, Free for All Friday.
Right now, 46.
The home for ABC News at the top of the hour is Super Talk 1270.
Welcome back. This is Dot Frank with the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association on a Free for All Friday. It is Friday. Jim, it's Friday.
Friday!
Woohoo! Randy, it's Friday. It's Friday.
Yes,
and
it is.
We have another friend here, Lauren. Lauren, it's Friday.
It is Friday.
So we're talking home show, because the home show is on our heels. It's coming up February 19th and 20th, a 2-day show. Friday, you get in free. No excuses not to attend, right, Randy?
Right.
No excuses. Right. It's free.
And again, on Saturday, if you want to play for the $50K giveaway, that's only $5 admission, and you can get a coupon for $2 off on... It's on the website.
It's going to be in the Tribune.
It's going to be a lot of coupons everywhere. Encourage you to use those coupons, get the discount, come in and see Capital Credit Union for that $50K chance, and we'll be looking for you on that. And then we were talking about the exhibitors having a
VIP room.
VIP room.
Yes. Tell us about the VIP lounge.
VIP lounge. We have started that last year. And what that does is has a place for our exhibitors to have a quiet space, have a little water, have a little soda or snacks. We just make it so that everybody can relax a little bit and have a really great time exhibiting at the Bismarck Civic Center here. And this year we're very fortunate to have American Bank Center sponsor that VIP room. And we also picked up another sponsor this year, Dot.
Yeah. So, what's exciting is just the frenzy that is being fueled by not only an increase in participation, but an increase in booth space. We've got people in the community, businesses that are reaching out to us saying, how can we get involved? Capital Credit Union started that last year by stepping up to the plate with a Free Friday, and now adding on top of it with our $50K giveaway on Saturday. American Bank Center saw an opportunity in the success of our shows, and they are taking on our VIP room for the exhibitors. And then on top of that, we have First International Bank and Trust, who is going to be sponsoring sponsoring the totes for the show. So, this is turning out to be similar to IBS, I think, which I attended in Las Vegas last week, the International Builders Show, but on a slightly smaller scale, where we have the totes that are being made available. So you walk in the show, you grab the magazine, which has the map, and you get a tote courtesy of First International Bank and Trust. So you can put all those goodies, the pens, the flashlights,
the candy,
the pizza cutters.
Yeah,
so
all that great stuff.
So exhibitors, if you're interested, please reach out to the HBA. Our number is 222-2400, 222-2400, or you can find us online at bmhba.com. 12 booths remaining.
Hurry up.
Hurry up. So let's talk with our sponsor, our headliner, Capital Credit Union, with the Free Friday and the 50K Saturday, about the market. So people are coming to the show. They're inspired. They've got their honey-do lists, and probably the honey-don't list, please hire a contractor. What can they do to have the financial resources and means available to follow through on these projects that are going to just blow their socks off at the show?
Yeah, what we have is the 10-minute pre-qualification for the home loan application that is unique to CCU, Capital Credit Union. Plus, we have the home equity side where we can absolutely help with home equities. Those are easy process. Go to our website. You can come and talk to us. We can get you pre-approved basically within an hour as well for the home equity side. So very, very easy to get approved. Normally what we do is we get the personal information, maybe get a pay stub, income verification if you're self-employed, maybe 2 years of taxes, and get the application on. We can usually use the tax value if the tax value is there. That way we wouldn't have to get an appraisal. If the tax value is not there, then we get an appraisal, and that could take up to 4 weeks to get the appraisal back. So the sooner the better, of course. So,
yeah. So it might be tight, but you could do it before the show so that when you walk in the doors, you know the budget you're working with, and you could negotiate with all of those vendors that we have. So let's backtrack a little bit, Lauren. For those listeners out there who are naive to home ownership at this point, so maybe they're young or they're currently renting and they haven't had the time, both from a busyness sense point or maybe just from a lifelong sense point to really get into what home ownership and home financing looks like. Now, with home loans, I think most listeners out there get it. You get a loan to pay for the home. But the equity lines, that might have some listeners scratching their head. What is a home equity line?
Yeah, a home equity line is like a second mortgage. That's taking the equity from your home and getting a second mortgage and using that to do renovations, do yard work, take a vacation, pay down debt. So it's a second mortgage.
So the equity being, let's say Dot has a house that I bought for $200,000, but my house now is worth $250,000. I can borrow against that $50,000 in increased value on the home.
Yeah, you sure can. We can usually go up to about 90% of that value of that property. So, yes, we can definitely get you some money.
Yeah, excellent.
And it's just a 10-minute
that's an easy process. That's a 10, 15-minute process. Like I said, we can get your information. If you're a member, that's pretty quick. If you're not a member, that's still pretty easy. We just put an application on, get your personal information, get some pay stubs, or just your income verification, and then, get it sent out.
So what if people aren't ready to bite the bullet? They're just still interested in learning about the processes and what's all involved in a home equity. They're not really sure what their house is worth right now. Can they come in without having to make a big commitment to follow through on it, just to ask questions and get educated?
Absolutely. We're there to educate them as well. It's just getting you said educated about what home equity is, how it works, what's available to them, give them different options. We have a home equity line of credit, and then we also have a home equity loan. So they're two different things. They do the same thing, but they're set up a little bit different. Rates could be different as well. So it's just nice to show them the numbers, so see what they're comfortable with. And we have a 10-year and a 15-year note. So.
Excellent. So, talking about financing and financing options, home equity loans are an excellent way to come up with the resources necessary to make those improvements. Because if you're taking money out of the house and you put it back into the house, that house now is just grown in value. So a wonderful way to gain access to increasing your value and also reinvesting in that largest investment that most people make in their lives. Now, I've got some information that comes from NAHB. We work really closely with the North Dakota Association of Builders as well as the National Association of Builders. In fact, members like Randy and Capital Credit Union have a 3-in-1 membership. You're a member of the local, the state, and the national. Now, I got some news from National that I want to share, and we'll talk about it. So this comes out of the National Association of Home Builders office. It says, quote, most Americans consider home ownership to be the single best long-term investment and a primary source of wealth and financial security. Countless generations of Americans have counted on their homes for their children's education, their own retirement, and a personal sense of well-being. Do we agree, Lauren?
Sure.
And I think we gave some examples of how your home can help with an education. You know, you have access to that equity, so you could put your kids through school or your grandkids, or you could buy your favorite BMHBA staff, Dot and Terry, a gorgeous gift from your home. Right, Randy? That's what you're planning on doing later this afternoon?
Yep, right. Right.
So,
as long as my wife isn't listening. Yeah.
So endless opportunities, and we're going to provide lots of ways that you can put that money to use at our home show. Do you have any other details that you want to share, Randy, with listeners regarding the home show? Just encourage them to come out.
Oh, definitely come out. Definitely come see us. There's, like we said before, there's just so much new stuff. It's just amazing. Every time you come in, you're always going to see somebody that has something that you go, wow, I didn't know they did that. And you'll find things that you didn't realize you could really use. It's not just a matter of needing, but what you can really use as well. There's some beautiful upgrades you can make inside and outside.
Excellent. And in addition to home items, home decor, home finishes, and home builders, we're going to have some vehicles on display. We're excited to bring back another sponsor this year. That's our friend from Ryan Dodge. So what do people expect when they walk through the showroom floor? Are we going to see some trucks, some cars, some SUVs?
I believe we're going to see a little bit of everything. They're coming to show everybody what's new, and we're welcome everybody come and kick the tires and look and see what you might be looking for in your next vehicle with Ryan Dodge.
Yeah, and Ryan Dodge, you can get some measurements so that when you talk about that addition that you're financing with Capital Credit Union's home equity loan, the truck fits. One really exciting piece of information that came out of IBS just last week from the National Association of Home Builders is a new relationship we've developed. So the National Association works with various vendors across the country. One of the biggest relationships we have is with GMC. So you're a member of our association, you can get $500 off your vehicle purchase. It's pretty cool. A lot of contractors like that option. But we've also extended that opportunity in partnership to the Dodge family. So you don't have to be a Chevy fanatic. You could be a Ram. Right?
Yep.
Driver, and take advantage of those discounts. So if you're interested in membership, you're interested in getting an exhibit in the show, you're interested in attending the show, you can find us a couple places. bmhba.com is our website. We're very active on Facebook. In fact, we posted a selfie this morning of Lauren and Randy and I. Jim, you weren't in the shot, so we'll probably have to take another one of him while we're on break. So find us on Facebook. It's BMHBA on Facebook. We're also on Twitter, and you can call anytime, 222-2400, or stop by our offices, 2600 Gateway Avenue. I think it's time for a break. We're going to take that. Stay with us when we get back. More on the Home Show, HBA, and our sponsors, Capital Credit Union.
Right now, 46.
Here's Sean Hannity, weekday afternoons on Super Talk 1270.
Welcome back. You're listening to 1270's Free for All Friday with the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association. This is Dot Frank. Thanks for sticking with us during that break, and welcome if you're just joining. We've got two very special guests in the studio today. The chairman of our 2016 Home Show, Mr. Randy Tank. Welcome back, Randy.
Well, thank you.
And we have Lauren from Capital Credit Union. Lauren Tollefson is a financial services representative and branch manager for the credit union. Credit Union, thank you so very much for coming on board to the Home Show yet again this year with the Free Friday. You heard it right. Free Friday means no admission to come to our home show on Friday. What are our hours Friday, Randy?
Our hours Friday are from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., and there is free parking at the home show except for the one lot right on the west side of the Civic Center there. It is still a paid lot right there. But if you want a close parking spot and you're willing to pay, you can have a spot real close.
Absolutely. That's kind of like the VIP parking, I guess.
Yes.
Like our VIP lounge.
Yep.
You know, you're treated special in that lot.
Yes, you are.
But most of us are able to park in the two rather large south lots and make our trek across Bowen Avenue and into the Civic Center, Event Center, excuse me. That's
the
gonna,
Event Center,
that's gonna be
Hard
hard
to
getting
remember.
used to that. Yeah. And so we've got Free Friday. That's on Friday, February 19th is the start of our home show, and then Saturday is our 50K Saturday. Lauren, what does Saturday look like? What's 50K?
50K is a game we're going to be running where you're actually going to get a code, and you can actually come to our booth and enter that code to try to win a chance at $50,000.
And no purchase necessary.
Purchase necessary.
Anybody could be a winner that day.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping we find a winner.
Just make up your own 6-number code and come in and play the game, and hopefully somebody will walk away a winner.
No, between now and then, you know, maybe you could reach out to some psychics. You could get your tarot cards read. We had tarot card readings last night, Randy.
Yes? Did you have it done?
I didn't have time. We had so many people that were interested in getting their tarot cards read that I deferred to them and let them go first. But I might have to call. We celebrated our annual banquet last night at BSC. It was a big scholarship fundraiser. We promote and host scholarships for students pursuing home building careers. And as part of that fun, we had a comedian who's also a psychic and a tarot card reader. She provided some rather insightful information on our incoming president.
Yes, I was looking forward to Doc being up there.
Oh, maybe next
Didn't
time.
make it.
Maybe next time. So make sure you think well, get those lucky numbers lined up, and join us at the home show on Saturday for that 50K giveaway, courtesy of Capital Credit Union. Now, we talked about Capital Credit Union and some of the different products that you offer, namely home loans, 10-minute application for pre-approval, super slick, easy. And you also talked a little bit about home equity loans and lines and how you can use that to access the funds to purchase all of the goods we offer at our home show. But you know, one thing that you mentioned that I want to provide some clarification for listeners is you said members. If you're a member, it's a little bit quicker, I suppose, because you've got their information on hand. But if you're not a member, it's also easy to get connected to the credit union. What is membership? I mean, is there... Some people might have a hard time, you know, putting membership and banking together. So where does the membership come in, and how does that help you differentiate yourself from banks, you know, being a credit union?
Yes, members, we're always looking for new members. Our membership radius is if you're within 75 miles of one of our branches, you can become a member. Also, if you have a primary, somebody, you can be a member as well if you have immediate family as a member as well. So it's very easy to become a member. And we call them members because, of course, we're a credit union. So we try to take care of our members. We pride ourselves on customer service, and so that's where we kind of, you know, bring in that membership. So. Yeah.
And you've got a promotion. I know when I went through the drive-thru, I saw this pop up on the little screen right before the teller came on smiling, and it was summer loans, a winter break.
Yes.
So what's going on with this winter break? I mean, despite the fact that it's 46 degrees, we heard during break outside right now. Not very winter-like, but you're offering a break.
Yes. What we have is we have a promotion running until the end of February. It's give your winter loans a break. Is let's say you have a camper, a boat, a motorcycle, something like that. Any kind of loans. We're looking to refinance those loans over from other institutions. We'll give you a 90-day break, so we won't have payments due until 90 days out. So, like I said, 3 months, no payments. So yeah, we're looking to get, you know, of course, new business. And of course, if you're a member as well, you have a loan somewhere else, we would like to get that loan over to Capital Credit Union too. So
90. What could
That's
we
a very
do
good
with
deal.
90
Yeah.
days? We could do a lot of damage, Randy.
No doubt.
Dang, let's do
You
it
buy
now.
more shoes.
I probably would. That's what. And now I'm hoping my husband's not listening. Randy, thank you. So lots of opportunities, ways to discover more about Capital Credit Union, your programs and membership.
yes.
How do people get a hold of you?
Capcu.org is our website.
Capcu.org, capcu.org for details. What about stopping by any of the branches?
Absolutely. We have great locations, a lot of great hours. The locations that are in a couple of the Dan's markets are open extended hours till 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, Saturdays 9 to 5, and then, of course, Sundays we have locations that are open to noon to 4 as well. So great hours.
Excellent. And who are they asking for if they're coming in and talking loans? Which department are we
You know,
heading?
we're looking for the financial services department. Just go in and talk to one of our tellers, and we can get you on our calendar.
Excellent. Well, thanks for joining us, Lauren.
Thank you.
We look forward to Free Friday, courtesy of Capital Credit Union, and 50K Saturday, courtesy of Capital Credit Union as well. Make sure you stop by their booth, say hello. They've got lots of giveaways on Friday, and then the big giveaway on Saturday, Randy.
Yes, just you don't want to miss it.
You don't.
It's going to be a big celebration over there. Somebody pulls that lucky number out. It's going to be a pretty wild time, so come early. Stay a long time and watch everybody else walk around, see what's new for you and everybody else. And
absolutely. And you can stick around. The concession stands are open. I mean, you could make a whole evening of it and day on Saturday. A
whole day on Saturday from 10 to 6. It's no excuse to miss this 50K giveaway.
Absolutely. So join us, the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association's annual home show coming up on February 19th and 20th. It's Friday from 3 to 9 and Saturday 10 to 6. Details at bmhba.com. So let's talk now, Randy, about the HBA. I think it's only appropriate to start with the home show committee. So
we have a wonderful committee. We have about 12 members, I believe, in our committee, and they are just fantastic. They all willing to go forth and give the extra mile. And when it comes to move in and move out, we have lots of help. And it's just a great time. Anybody that's looking to join a committee that's a member of the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders, we'd welcome you to call the office and find out when the next meeting is. Come on in, see what it's like. This year is my last year as the chairman, and Susie Franklin will be the chairman next year. So she's going to do just a fantastic job as well. So we just encourage anybody that's a member to come and join any of the committees at the Home Builders Association.
Absolutely.
We have a events committee, which puts on events such as our banquet last night.
In addition to that, we've got government affairs, and that's another exciting group to be a part of. It's a way to kind of get in and behind the scenes and see how the rules and regulations that impact the home building industry trickle down to home buyers and home builders. So government affairs is another great group. If that piques your interest, you want to join us, just contact the office. And then we also have another huge public event. We host it twice a year, spring and fall, Parade of Homes.
Parade of Homes.
Parade of Homes.
Go see the best of the best.
Absolutely. And it's so fun when we've got members who join our association and are looking for ways to get active and get engaged. And, they might think, well, God, I don't have any experience in a parade of homes, or I don't know anything about politics. What I recommend is whatever you're interested in. So if you're passionate about learning more about one thing or another, you don't have to be an expert when you come in. You just got to be willing to work, right, Randy?
That's right. Just willing to work is a great way to be.
Absolutely. So if you're curious about any of those committees, like Randy mentioned, he's the chairman this year. Next year, Susie Franklin of the Home Show Committee. We've got our Parade of Homes Committee. We have our Events Committee that works on events throughout the year. And then finally, our Government Affairs. Just reach out to us. It's a fun way to get involved. And, Randy, one thing, too, that I think that a lot of listeners who are members, they might not realize it, don't understand fully is the fact that if their employer is a member, they as an individual are a member of our association as well. So you don't have to be the big wig, or the man or woman at the top. You could be the person on the bottom who's interested in getting involved and having some fun with our association, and we will welcome you with open arms.
Yes, we will.
So we've got more to cover. We're going to get into a quick break here. When we get back, we'll talk about what's happening on a local level when it comes to home building, home buying, and home trends and techniques. And then we'll take a peek at the nation, see what NHB has to say about the coming months of new construction. Stay tuned. This is a Free for All Friday with Super Talk 1270.
Right now it's 48.
Here's Sean Hannity, weekday afternoons on Super Talk 1270.
Welcome back. This is Dot Frank with the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association on a Free for All Friday. Thanks for sticking with us over the break and being with us until we take it to the end. Right, Randy?
That's right.
Randy Tank is with me with rehabilitation services. We haven't talked about what you do. What do you do, Randy?
Well, I provide home and vehicle accessibility products. That means home elevators, all kinds of controls for vehicles, and those kinds of products for those that are in need of assistance in making it through the home and or in the vehicle. So
Keeping them mobile, right?
keeping them mobile.
You know, one thing
yes.
that's been really popular, a hot topic at a lot of the NAHB events in particular, is aging in place.
Yes.
And talking about, thinking of not only you as you age and need some greater accessibility and some accommodations, but friends and family members. And, it really kind of hit me over the head when I was at an NAHB event and we were talking about accessibility. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to get old, Randy. I'm not getting old.
No.
But when we were talking about, who you need to think of, it's not just yourself. It is your friends and family members. And we just recently moved, but the house that we moved out of was a wonderful house for our family, young family. Horrible house for my grandmother. My grandma is 97. And while she is still pretty smoking as a 97-year-old, she has a bum knee and a difficult time, taking stairs. And we had no main floor bath. So that posed a problem. It was a multi-level home, so there was quite a few stairs that she would have to maneuver to just get into the house and out of it. And so it put some new perspective on things, that it's not just about my immediate needs in the home, but how can I accommodate my parents and my grandparents and my friends and family members, both those who have some disabilities, but also when I think about myself and years ago when my kids were tiny and I had to tote them around in those car seats and carriers, how wider doorways make a difference even for those types of things.
And it's just amazing how much you notice when you have a family member or such that does have a little less abilities to get around, that how much accessibility means in a home. And it is just amazing how a lot of builders are now seeing that and making accommodations for the future. There's lots of things they can do to plan ahead. I've even had people that planned ahead in their homes to put an elevator in later on in life if needed, and that's something that's a great idea if you do have family members that you might bring to your home to stay.
Absolutely. And I think of injuries too, when you have an injury you're recovering from, and let's say you do have, a knee replaced, or, you had some kind of athletic mishap, which could happen, and you require crutches or a scooter. What an impact it would make if you would have thought ahead and had the wider doorways. You would have had the roll-in showers,
Yeah.
fewer steps. What's interesting is how you talked about planning ahead, and perhaps you don't have the means to put the elevator in now, but you at least build out the infrastructure for its future.
Right.
And then when it comes to, new construction, not everybody has the opportunity to get into new right away. What about retrofitting? What can you do as a rehab specialist to help people stay in their current home that maybe doesn't have those accommodations?
We can do a lot of things. The number one thing that we tend to do for people is the common stair lift that just goes on the stairs and you sit on a seat and ride up and down the stairs. That's the basic starting point for a lot of people to keep them in their homes. And with that, it can keep individuals in their homes for 10 years rather than going to a nursing home. And that's a great thing. I just always enjoy, it's one of the benefits of my job of seeing people that are now able to get to their basement again. The one story I like is I did a stair lift for a home, this older couple, and she had not been in the basement for 3 years. And so her husband had been taking care of her fruit room. The first thing she did is she got on that, she rode down, and she wasn't even listening to us tell her what to do. She just wanted to go see what it was like. And she came back and she had tears in her eyes that, he had kept it perfect for her.
Oh,
that was just great.
That's
that was
wonderful.
Just great.
Yeah. And people that are listening today can come to the home show and visit with you, Randy, because you have a booth.
Yes, we have a
What
booth,
will they be able to see in your booth?
We will have a stair lift on display. We will have other products. We'll have a vertical platform lift on display. There's just several things. We try to change it up every year and have something different. So we look forward to you coming, stop, talk to us. We're just happy to see everybody.
Yay.
And the other thing with the home show is that many of the vendors will have sale prices on. You do want to remember that. When you come to the home show, you may be able to buy some of those products at a discount rather than paying the full price down at the store or wherever. So that's another great plus for shopping at the home show.
Absolutely. So if you've got it kind of in the back of your mind that this is something that you need, whether it's through your exhibit or maybe you're looking at some of the kitchen and bath exhibits, windows and doors, gutters and siding, there are show specials that take place.
There is.
And a great place to start is with our friends from Capital Credit Union.
Oh, yeah.
Those home equity loans.
Go to them first. You still have time to get that home equity loan in. It's just about 2 weeks till our show, so I think that they welcome you to come through the doors and make that application.
So let's talk about home building in general and take a peek at some of the statistics. You know, one thing that the Home Builders Association does is really track the permits that are issued in our communities. We post those statistics in a newsletter that we mail out monthly to our members. We also have access to that newsletter online at bmhba.com. And in it, we print the statistics, what's happening when it comes to the permits that are being taken out by our local contractors and builders. And, you know, one thing that comes as really no surprise, I think, to anybody is just the slowdown in the number of permits, and that's not a scary thing, Randy.
No,
you know,
it's not.
we were at such a tight trajectory that it was largely unsustainable, and so now things are leveling off, and we're at a pace where I think people are more comfortable with, not only from the builder's perspective but consumers, because you were rushed in to a lot of decisions the past couple of years.
Yes, it was hard to get anybody to do any work for you, so you just took whoever you could as fast as you could get them. And
yep, absolutely.
Now you get to sit back and think about it.
You can and feel confident in your decision, and it takes some of the pressure off the construction workers, so that they can really give you the time and attention that you need. And so let's take a peek at some of the permit numbers. I think what's interesting is, you know, despite as an overall snapshot of our community, which we track Bismarck, Lincoln, Mandan, Burleigh, and Morton counties, you know, housing overall is down in permit counts. However, you look at some of the communities more closely, and it's interesting to see that Bismarck did take the largest hit from 2014 to 15 in the number of permits issued. But you look across the communities, and Morton County was actually up when you're tracking single-family permits. We've got Burleigh County that was down just slightly. They were down 9%. Mandan was actually up in their single-family. Lincoln is up. And Bismarck is down. So, I mean, overall, you know, the community is doing remarkably well year over year when it comes to permits. It's just Bismarck, they're a larger community, so when they fall a little bit harder, it seems, but still doing exceptionally well. You know, one of the things that we saw that brought some significant change in housing is just the slowdown in apartments. We saw a surge over the past couple years in the units of apartments going up across both Bismarck and Mandan, and that has tapered off a bit, which I think some people are appreciative of. It's really interesting when you go to Fargo and you see all of the apartments there, which can be overwhelming. And here, you know, even with the construction we've had as of late, it's nothing like
no.
our fellow communities across the state.
Along the interstate, you can just see the new ones going up, it seems like, every time. And now you drive around Bismarck, and there's a lot of new apartments, but now they're starting to slow down. It's
starting to slow down, which I think people are breathing a sigh of relief, but, you know, they're still filling up, and we have a lot of vacancies, so it's going to be nice to have that added inventory to attract employees to our community. When you look at some of the other statistics, it's really interesting to follow values. So not only the number of permits, which is how many homes or apartment units are being constructed, but what's the value attached to them. And we're continuing to see values rise. And so that's an encouraging sign as well, is that the economy is healthy. We're moving along. When you look at what the National Association of Home Builders tracks, they not only follow new construction, but they provide some statistics that our friends at the Realtors Association quite often chime in on, and that is prices. So according to NAHB, this is across the country now, Randy, the median home price is at $281,500, and that's up. When you look at existing, their prices are up too. Existing sales is up $221,600 is their median home price right now. So that's good. The market is healthy. New home sales were up in November, while existing home sales were down slightly. We got new construction still coming out and making some waves. And then overall housing starts in November were up for both single and multifamily. Now, again, we didn't witness that here in our community, but across the country, housing is looking very healthy. In fact, NAHB chief economist provided this analysis. David Crow from NAHB said, affirming economy, solid job growth, pent-up demand, and affordable mortgage rates are helping to bring buyers back into the marketplace. We expect a continued steady, gradual growth in home sales and starts in the year ahead. And while builders are optimistic about the housing market, they continue to face difficulties accessing lots and labor. We're familiar with that, aren't we, Randy?
Yes, we are.
Lots and labor. That's what we'll look forward to in the year ahead, is keeping a close eye on those two factors. But make sure you stay with us. Listen to Free for All Friday on Super Talk 1270 each and every Friday. And tune in particularly when Randy and I are back.
Okay, that sounds
Post
great.
home show. We'll share some statistics. Make sure you get out so we can count you in those attendance numbers. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful weekend.